And then it'll be great if you basically end up going down to the floor as soon as possible with this take. One of those with the mask on, I think we got something
So,
there.
if you're watching this, I'm gonna assume you've already checked out Night of Roses. Link is there, I think. And this is just a small BTS about the making of. I'm pretty proud of what we managed to pull off, considering this was a short one-day shoot, didn't have a huge amount of prep time, had a lot of drama with location falling out at the absolute last minute, had to rewrite the entire script in about a day so that I could still do everything with everyone's schedules. I'd already had people putting time aside, and I didn't want to have to reschedule after everyone had already rearranged their schedules for me. When you're doing a low-budget project like this, you really have to be respectful of all the people that are coming out. They're sacrificing their time generally just for food, and if you're asking them to do that for you, you really have to respect that they are sacrificing time for you, so it's your responsibility to make sure everything's lined up nicely. We ended up shooting in the same parking garage that I did Cursed Ring. That is another project that I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Though on hindsight, I feel like the audio could have been a little bit better on that. Actually, going into this, I was really trying to put a lot of effort into pushing the audio as far as I could. Not gonna lie, I've been nerding out about it since getting this. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've come to realize over the last while that I feel like that's my biggest weak point in filmmaking in general. And so one of the things that I've been trying to really use each of these shorts to work on is just getting better with my sound, getting better with my sound recording, my final mixes, figuring out where my issues are, what I'm not hearing versus what's coming out, so that I have relatively lower stake things to work on before I'm trying to put a final mix on Bounty. I would love to hire a mixer to do the final mix on Bounty, but I know realistically I'm probably not gonna have the cash together to do that around the time it's finished. Overall, this ended up being a pretty cool little project. I built a lot more props for this than I normally do. Those of you that have been following along know that I generally make my living as a production designer, and so I love bringing in specialty props and stuff when I can, but I just don't always have the time to really put that into my own projects, ironically, because usually I'm coming off of having done something similar for someone else that is paying me to do it. I ended up doing a custom sculpt for the Night of Roses dagger. This is built on an old a gift actually from another production designer that I worked with a little while ago, and I thought it was a really nice base to turn into something else. The MacGuffin, the box that has the vial of blood inside of it, that was just some pieces I had lying around for something I knew I'd put together eventually, and this kind of just ended up being the right piece for all of it. And then the mask was actually a Temu purchase, and I ended up just doing a repaint on what's really just a pretty basic pleather mask of sorts, and I just wanted to give it more texture and a little bit more variety of color, and I think it ended up being a nice piece. In the final short, I feel like overall it came off about how I wanted, though I will say structurally, if I was going to do it again, I'd probably stuff the beak with something so I wasn't getting as much folding, because the main issue with just the way it was constructed, this really didn't want to like keep its form. It kept wanting to compact, which, I mean, it looked fine on camera, but it wasn't exactly what I was going for. I ended up doing all of the score for this myself. It's primarily me on guitar, a little bit of synth laid in the background. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Kevin, who plays the devil in this project, vaguely reprising his character from Cursed Ring, he was joking that it reminded him of like some of Rodriguez's early scores where he had a lot of guitar as well, which wasn't really what I was going for, but was funny. I was trying to do a kind of romantic feel, something that had a little bit of a ballad vibe to it, and I think it ended up being pretty successful overall. I ended up getting insanely lucky on this project with the actors who ended up coming out. Sammy, who ended up playing our character Lauren, who then gets possessed by plague, she was actually a last-minute addition. She really only had about a day or two to get the part down, because what ended up happening was we lost our main actress about 48 hours before the shoot because she got a call for a commercial, and I was thrilled and ecstatic for her that she got a high-paying job, but of course that means she's not coming out for a no-budget short film anymore. Luckily, I had a general casting call out for this, and Sammy was one of the other auditions that came in. I really liked the audition she gave. Like, she didn't audition for the part so much as I got to see her reel. And there was something really strong in there. I was actually planning to hit her up in the future for another part. Noah ended up coming to me through a friend, and he just killed it. He really came out strong. He's got a theater background, so he really knew the part backwards and forwards, and I felt like he really elevated what was on the page into something much more interesting. He's also got like a really strong following on Instagram. Go check him out, Noah Simu. Kevin, you've seen featured on this channel quite a bit. He's one of my oldest friends, and I've been kind of just pulling him to keep playing the same character as kind of a little bit of a through thread on some of these shorts, so kind of the idea might be a slightly shared universe between them. I feel like this was one of his stronger performances, and he was just having fun with the character this time, so we're all there just to show up and do it. I really hope you enjoyed how it came out. I'm pretty proud of what it is, for what it is, all of the constraints that we were working inside of. I am hoping to have a few more of these coming out in the next little while. Not sure exactly when, but keep an eye out on the channel for more short films. And I've got a bunch of things about Bounty and just some other filmmaking videos coming out the next while. So please give a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And I see about 97% of you are still not subscribed. So if you're enjoying this, feel free to join in. It costs you nothing and it does a lot to help the channel grow. Thank you.